All right, we will continue this morning back on the phone line with Dr. Jennifer Bryan. She joins us this morning. She's on the Board of Trustees. She's the president of the Board of Trustees of the Mississippi State Medical Association. Dr. Bryan, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you as well. Appreciate you being with us. We roll into the holiday season, and I feel like it really starts maybe even before Thanksgiving and rolls through Christmas. And it feels like there is more of a focus on people that need food. We call it food insecurity. We call it, I guess, a lot of other things. How big a deal is this in the state of Mississippi?
Absolutely. In our state, hunger and food insecurity is a huge issue. Actually, we're number one in the country. We know that hunger is tied to poverty, and certainly we have our share of that. And so during the holidays, our doctors just really want to look at ways to meet this need. We see it in our practices and how it affects families and patients. It's a problem across the country. We highlight it here in our state, and we're hoping that people can help us with this initiative to take care of folks during the holidays.
All right, so let's just jump right to it. What is it that the doctors and doctors' offices across the state are doing leading into this holiday season to help?
Well, as you know, the Mississippi State Medical Association is the largest physician organization in the state. We represent over 5,000 physicians, medical students, and residents. This actually came from a resolution in our House of Delegates this year where we were discussing this problem and the nutrition issues in our state, the access to healthy food problem. There's a food is medicine initiative across the country where we're really highlighting what it means to not know where your next meal is coming from. And I'm grateful to you guys at SuperTalk for partnering with us, along with Atmos Energy, Ergon, and the Mississippi Food Network on this holiday food drive. This was born, as I said, from our doctors, and really appreciate our corporate sponsors on coming together and asking the folks of Mississippi to help us support this worthy cause.
So, food drive that is happening at Kroger, right, on I-55 in Jackson, 4910 I-55 in Jackson, and people can donate non-perishable food items, but can also make cash donations.
Right, so we're asking people to join us on Friday and to stuff the truck, so to speak. So you guys will be broadcasting, and we appreciate that, from live on location on Friday. And this is our second radio appearance. We have a few more just driving up awareness across the state of this opportunity. But we will be there broadcasting on Friday and calling on people to donate. There's a link that will be embedded in this interview. It's also at msmaonline.com, which is our website where you can go ahead and donate now. And then on Friday, if you'd like to stop by and pop in Kroger, we're taking non-perishable food items, but also donations on site. Our corporate sponsors have sponsored us right now to where every dollar is matched that you donate up to $10,000. And I want to stress that $1 feeds 6 people, estimated through the Food Network statistics. So right now, we're hoping to hit $20,000, which would feed 120,000 Mississippians during the holiday season.
You got to help me with that math, because I've been to the grocery store. Lance has been to the grocery store. $1 does not go very far. Is this simply because we're talking bulk?
That's right.
And,
bulk
are we still talking about quality for that? We
are. And the Mississippi Food Network, as you know, is a reputable, wonderful organization with contacts and access to the bulk and is able to get these prices. So we really, through these great partners and sponsorships, can make a huge impact. And I'm asking people, give $10. You know, if you can, get on the SuperTalk website. They're a great partner, and let's put our money where our mouths are, and what we're talking about, supporting people during the holidays. If you've got $10 to give, this is a great way to do it. We're just coming together across the state to address a very serious need, and no one should go without during the holidays.
It really is simple. Supertalk.fm. I just went to the link. There's a story on there, and there is a QR code in the headline of the story. And it's really as simple as opening the camera on your phone and just holding it there. It'll scan that, take you directly to, and there's a Give Now option that is available. While we're having this conversation, you obviously represent the medical community in Mississippi. I'm curious, when you hear some of the conversation, and not trying to make this political, but you hear some of the conversation about making foods healthier, eliminating things that are in our foods that simply aren't necessary, but they're made from chemicals. Some of the things that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has talked about What's your reaction to that as we talk about food insecurity and not just providing food, but making sure there are healthy options available?
Right. No, great question. Everything's political, so I certainly don't mind the question.
That's a good point. I guess everything is kind of political, so let's just talk about it. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think we're fortunate to live in a state with such a great agricultural community. We do have our pockets of food deserts, but a lot of us do have access here to fresh produce. I mean, shopping local is certainly important. The more preservatives you get in food, obviously, there are concerns there. But I will say that largely, it's not so much access. It's access to food just in general for some folks. The additives to food, I certainly think that needs to be looked at. It has been looked at. We know that science and medicine gets better every year that goes by, so I don't have any problem with any reviews. We just have to be careful that we do it in a way that is not alarmist and that we're methodical in the way that we do these things, and that people do have access to healthy options, that they know what they're putting in their bodies. But honestly, for what I tell my patients in the exam room, we take it down on a one-to-one level. It's avoiding processed foods. We know that processed foods are unhealthy. Eat whole foods, fresh fruits and vegetables, meats, dairy products. It really is just eating simple is better for your body.
Yeah. Visiting with Dr. Jennifer Bryan. She is president of the Board of Trustees at the Mississippi State Medical Association, MMA. And we're talking about food drive coming up on Friday. It's this Friday, December the 13th, 9 to 6, Kroger on I-55 in Jackson. It's the big one. You can't miss it.
That's
it's
right.
Right there on the side. You may have to take the exit and kind of weave your way around to get in. But a huge holiday drive trying to raise dollars and actual food, right? You're taking food donations, or is this money only?
Yes, non-perishable food items. And please give. And thanks again to SuperTalk for being such amazing partners.
Thank you as well. Appreciate you coming in and joining us this morning, and we'll continue to shine a light on this issue in Mississippi.
Thank you.
Dr. Jennifer Bryan from MMA with us this morning on the Gallo Radio Show. Data shows that 1 in 6 Mississippians could go underfed this holiday season. SuperTalk and MMA, along with Ergon and Atmos Energy and the Mississippi Food Network, are sponsoring this food drive coming up this Friday. Again, if you're in the Jackson metro area, even if you just happen to be passing through, the truck will be out there from 9 until 6. They're accepting non-perishable food item donations and accepting cash donations as well. Lots of ways for you to give online. If you go to the SuperTalk website and click on the food drive story, you can scan the QR code. It'll take you right to the donation page. You can make a donation and help make a difference. And Lance, I mean, the numbers are pretty sobering. When you talk about 1 in 6, you're talking about just a hair under 10% of the entire population of the state of Mississippi. And while many of us, we go to the grocery store, we're like, man, it's expensive, and what are we going to do? And we don't really deep down wonder where our next meal is coming from. Yeah. And yet for some of our neighbors and friends in Mississippi, that is the case.
I mean, a country as wealthy as we are, it's heartbreaking to know that people, whether it's children, elderly, or those in between, have a hard time finding nutritious food that is sustenance for them. I mean, it breaks my heart, and I hope that this food drive does a lot to alleviate that, especially here in the central Mississippi area.
We are all guilty, Lance, of that moment where you go, oh, so hungry. I am starving. No, we're not.
No.
We're not. And most of us don't know what starving actually is.
That's a word that we know, but it's definitely not a feeling that we experience.
But we do have Mississippians who are starving, and this is an opportunity for you to help, for all of us to help with this food drive. I-55 in Jackson, the Kroger location, on Friday, 9 to 6. It'll be there taking your donations, and that's cash donations and also perishable food item donations as well to try and combat the hunger problem in the state of Mississippi. Back with you right after this on The Gallo Show.